1975, and I'm a little white kid, 8 years old in third grade in a Connecticut public elementary school. My best friend Reggie is black. Now, this isn't a big deal, at least not until my mother decides to integrate my Little League team. Reggie and me had been friends since kindergarten. Maybe it was because we were the two littlest kids in the class, the ones that everybody picked on. But we were two peas in a pod. Every recess, every lunchtime, Reggie and me are hanging out together. I share my Doritos with Reggie. Reggie shares his Slim Jims with me. Reggie is bused to my school from the housing project where he lives on the other side of town. Reggie's father is the janitor in my school and a veteran of the Korean War. My father is a veteran of the Marines in World War II and a lawyer at an aerospace firm. That summer, for my birthday, my father offers to take me and one friend to see the New York Yankees. I invite Reggie. The game was great. The Yankees played the San Francisco Giants, and, well, they lost. But it was a great day. Picture us, me and Reggie, two kids, were jumping up and down on the bleacher seats. We're waving our Yankees pennants. We're clutching hot dogs in our little hands. Our faces are smeared with ketchup. It was a great day. But honestly, what I remember better was driving home through the South Bronx and being struck by the vision of abandoned buildings and burnt-out neighborhoods that were so different from the tree-lined streets in the suburb where I lived. And I remember when we dropped Reggie off at his place, his housing project, a big brick building called Colonial Village. It just seemed like his world and my world, even though they were a few miles apart, were so different. And something about it didn't seem right, didn't seem fair. Shortly after this, I asked my mother, could Reggie be on my Little League team? Now, my mother is a smart Jewish lady from Brooklyn. She was, in her own words, a tough cookie. And my Little League team, my whole Little League, was essentially all white. So my mother, the tough cookie, decides to, on my behalf, to take a page out of the Civil Rights Playbook and mount a campaign to integrate my Little League team. So next thing I know, Tough Cookie is making phone calls, she's holding meetings, she's got a petition going, all kinds of things are happening. But Tough Cookie, my mother, is not making any friends. In fact, she's making enemies. My coach is not happy. The other coaches are not happy. At the games, mom is talking to other parents, dad is talking to other parents, and they're asking tough questions. Why can't you step up and offer to carpool? Why can't the town pay for buses the way it pays to keep the trees trimmed and the beaches clean? Are Reggie's parents involved? I don't remember. What I do remember is that other parents stopped talking to mom. Other parents stopped talking to dad. I'm 8 years old, right? So it's all a little bit hazy. But what really sticks with me is that summer, Little League became a lot less fun. It's in these same years that my father left his job as a lawyer for the aerospace firm to become a public defender. A lawyer for the public defenders. A lawyer for people who can't afford lawyers. He sets up an office in our basement, and when his clients start coming over, our white neighbors are not happy. You see, his clients, many of them, are black. One day, one of his clients parks his big green Oldsmobile right in front of our next-door neighbor's garage. I'm home watching after-school TV, and the neighbor comes over screaming and banging on the door, and he screams at my father, "I don't want to see these effing N-word people in our neighborhood." My father, the ex-Marine, is not having it. He grabs the neighbor by the collar, lifts him a half-inch off the ground, shoves him off the porch, and says, "You will never say that word in my presence or my children's presence ever again, and you will get the hell off my property right now." My father picks up a baseball bat, my baseball bat, and he repeats the word, "Now!" My mother's campaign to integrate my Little League ultimately failed. I would never play baseball with Reggie. Reggie and I would ultimately take different pathways towards adulthood. Fast forward, it's 1986 or 87. I'm in college in Boston. I'm studying literature and anthropology. My father calls. Reggie has been arrested. My father has been assigned to be his lawyer. He thought I should know. Remember, this is the 1980s. I asked my father, arrested for what? He answers with one word, crack. This is the 1980s. Crack cocaine is driving an epidemic of addiction and incarceration that is putting young black men in jail 100 times more for drug offenses than white men. A short time later, my father calls back. He lost the case. Reggie's going to prison. When I say Reggie's name now, I see him, 8 years old, missing some baby teeth, wearing that cute gap that marks the beginning of the end of childhood. I never got to know Reggie as an adult, but what the heart learns as a child, the heart holds on to. Every now and again, I look for Reggie on social media. He's not there. Thanks to a friend, I recently looked him up on a database for incarcerated people in Connecticut. He's not there either. Maybe that's a good thing. I hope that's a good thing. He's out. Reggie, if you're out there, this was supposed to be a story about you, but it turned into a story about me. The child's heart inside of me still wishes that one day we might be able to get together and maybe toss a ball around, and maybe when we do, I can hear this story in your words. Thank you.